Life shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you, and welcome to Join Up Dots. This is going to be one of the shortest episodes that I think we've probably done, because normally when we get emails from listeners, we sort of merge them into 4 or 5, but I don't want anything else to detract from the email that we've had today. This is one of those ones that literally brings tears to my eyes, because it makes me realise that the content we share works, because it's pragmatic information. It's not sexy, do this and build a community, and it's about getting down and doing things that perhaps you don't want to do to make the long-term future better. Well, we've received an email from Ava Collins today from Leeds in UK, and I want to share it with you because it really did. It landed in my inbox, and I've read it 3 or 4 times. Normally, I sort of like read them once and then plough straight into them. This one, I keep on reading it because I understand that this person will get everything that they want in life because of what they're doing. So let's give them a trumpet and a round of applause. Right, okay, so what I want you to do is really listen to this, okay? Hi, David. I hope this email finds you well. I just wanted to take a moment to write in and say thank you, not just for your podcast, but for the true kick up the backside it's given me that I honestly didn't realise I needed. I've been a long-time listener of Join Up Dots, and for years I'd binge episodes, nod along, feel inspired, and then, well, go back to doing absolutely nothing. I told myself that listening alone was progress. I had notebooks full of ideas. I had journals with half-started plans. I had vision boards stuck on my wall with magazine cutouts of beaches, laptops, and healthy meals. But deep down, I wasn't moving. I was just dreaming. I was hoping. I thought somehow, someday, something would just click and the big change I craved would land in my lap. And then came one of your episodes. I think it was the one about wishful thinking versus deliberate action. And you said something along the lines of, hope without movement is fantasy. Yeah. I say that kind of in most podcasts, really, that people listen and they say they want to do things, but actually action and hustle is the thing that people are lacking most. Now, that line smacked Ava square in the chest, as she says, because that was me. I was mistaking dreaming for doing. And I realised that if I didn't start doing even the boring, uncomfortable, inconvenient things, nothing was ever going to shift. So that night I sat down, I looked at my finances for the first time probably in years and got painfully honest with myself. I had a heap of debt, I was behind on bills, my savings were laughable, my credit card company was practically on first name terms with me. So I made a decision. Not a sexy Instagrammable one, but a gritty, proper, grown-up one. And I decided to do whatever work I could find, not because I wanted to, but because I needed to take control. So as you've suggested, I started dog walking in the mornings. Then I picked up some weekend cleaning shifts at a local office building. I even signed up to do some mystery shopping, which honestly is more paperwork than it sounds, but hey, it paid something. None of it was glamorous. None of it was aligned with my purpose, but all of it has helped me move forward. And the weird thing is, once I started doing the stuff I didn't want to do, the stuff I did want to do started feeling more possible. Like I was finally building a solid foundation, brick by brick. I wasn't drifting anymore. I was rowing. Now, 6 months in, I paid off 2 of my credit cards and I'm down to my last big final debt, and I built up a little emergency pot for the first time ever. I've also cut out subscriptions. I've never stopped eating takeaway 3 nights a week, and realised that buying stuff online to cheer myself up was just papering over cracks. But best of all, I've got momentum, real earned hard momentum. I've stopped waiting. I've started choosing. I'm still working out what my dream business looks like, but I know when I get there, it'll be because I walked the path. I've joined up the dots, not because I wished hard enough from the sidelines. Just to continue a little bit, because I think this part matters too to other listeners, there were days early on when I felt absolutely ridiculous and deflated. I'd be scrubbing office toilets on a Saturday morning thinking, what the hell happened to my big dreams of freedom and flexibility? It really wasn't glamorous. It really wasn't fun. It wasn't what I had envisioned when I thought about taking control of my life. But here's the thing. It was control. It was me saying, okay, life isn't where I want it to be yet, but I'm not going to sit around waiting for some magic moment. I'm going to do what I can with what I've got from where I am. I started to respect myself in a new way, not for what I'd achieved yet, but because I was finally being honest with myself. I wasn't just putting on a face saying, I'm working on something, when all I was doing was procrastinating through listening to podcasts and YouTube videos. I was actually working. I was getting my hands dirty, not in a dream business just yet, but on becoming someone who could handle one when it arrived. And the clarity that comes when you finally do the hard stuff, it's priceless. I cut out a bunch of friends who only wanted to complain about life but never changed anything. I stopped scrolling for hours on social media watching everyone else live amazing lives. I started going on long walks with my dog and just thinking about where I wanted to go, not in a fluffy Pinterest, let's get a quote way, but in a what are the next 3 actions kind of way. And slowly something shifted. I started getting more confident. My energy lifted, opportunities, really small at first, started coming my way, and I found a local charity that needed someone to help with admin work remotely. I started offering basics virtual assistant services online, and I've now landed a couple of clients. It wasn't something I planned, it's nothing huge, but every invoice I sent felt like a brick in the foundation I was building. I'm not there yet. But for the first time in a very long time, I know that there isn't a fantasy. It's just a direction. And as long as I keep taking steps, even small, even boring dots, I'll keep getting closer. David, thank you again for not sugarcoating it in your podcast. Thank you for telling the truth that not all of it will be exciting, but all of it will be worth it. I don't need overnight success anymore. I just need progress. And thanks to Join Up Dots, I finally found it with deep appreciation. Ava Collins, Leeds. And she goes on to say, P.S. I've even started helping my teenage nephew learn about budgeting and side hustles. You're officially impacting a second generation. And P.P.S. I've got your voice in my head now when I hit snooze. Don't wish it, work it. Cheers for being the wake-up call I didn't know I needed. So, it's I've read it numerous times, and it still gets me close to tears. It's real, it's honest, it's the stuff that you've got to do if you want your dream life. Building a platform on Instagram isn't building the dream life, it's just creating a fantasy vision, because action beats inspiration every time. And as Ava said, she listened to loads of episodes and she took loads of notes and she felt motivated, but actually none of that made a blind bit of difference until she actually started doing something. Because inspiration is the spark, but action is the engine, I suppose. You don't just listen, you implement. Okay, I can give you all the sort of strategies as possible, but if you're just trapped in wishful thinking, you're not doing. But the moment Ava stopped believing that something magical would just happen, like you're going to win the lottery or something, she took back control. It's a strange thing, really, because so many people out there I know are waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect idea, but it's just procrastination. It's just everything starts now. And even if it's messy, and even if you don't know where it's heading, and even, whatever you do, it's progress. That's why I say these really simple things. And I have other podcasters say, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And I go, no, because I'm not lying. Doing a £30 a week pub quiz is something any of you could do. It's just a little bit of confidence, a little bit of going there, but then you're starting earning your income in a different way. You have to do what you have to do to get what you want to do. You can't just go straight into it. Short-term sacrifice is the absolute foundation of long-term freedom. You look at it and you think, yeah, okay, I don't want to be cleaning toilets, but it's clearing off a credit card. I don't want to be doing a podcast, but it's helping me later on. I don't want to be doing this. Everything, you just switch off from that, pay the price now, or pay forever, really. Just keep going, because momentum is built brick by brick, and your life shifts and your identity shifts through behavior. If you want to be something different, if you want to be living something different, then you've got to start acting different. Fake it until you make it, if that's what counts. But you've got to start doing something different from what you're doing today to make things happen to you. I don't know who it is who said it, but somebody said, if you always do what you've always done, you always get what you've always got. End of story. Okay, it's just quite simply, you've got to look at it, you've got to roll up your sleeve, and you've got to start doing the work. And I think one of the best things is start looking at one of your small bills and thinking, what can I do to tackle that? It's not overwhelming. You just look at it and think, what service can I provide? What can I create? What product, whatever, to just pay that off each month, or even just once. Once will be a win. If you can do it twice, if you can do it so that all the time it's paid, and then get that operating, and then work on something else and just keep on building it. That's how the dots work up, join up. So Ava, you are such an inspiration. Thank you so much for dropping us that line, because you've totally inspired me. And there's days when I'm feeling a bit flat and deflated and stuff, and then I receive an email like that, and it really does shake me to the core and think, yes, that's what I've wanted from Join Up Dots, to make a difference to other people's lives. So if you're sitting out there and you're inspired by that email, drop us a line, joinupdots@gmail.com. Tell us how it's made you think about your own life. If you are, got your own story, your own personal story, send it to us again. Once again, joinupdots@gmail.com. Can't be any easier than that, and we will share it with the world. But until next time, a big round of applause goes to Ava. And also for anyone out there that's listened to that podcast episode and started thinking, okay, from today, I'm going to do something different to get a different life. We'll see you again soon. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. And we'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots.